Alright, so what's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now they've actually gone ahead and teased Season 2 for Modern Warfare 3. I think it was like a 30 or 40 second long trailer, but they basically just showed us, I think, mainly the maps that are coming to the multiplayer of the game. They didn't show any like guns, or there's no blog post or roadmap from what I can find. But there's 3 maps coming to Season 2. I'm assuming that 2 of them are going to be at the launch and then 1 of them is going to be in the Reloaded update. One of them is called, hold on, what's it called? Now in the trailer, they didn't really show a lot off. The main thing they showed off are the 3 maps coming to Modern Warfare 3. So the first one is called Stash House, which to me sounds like a play on words for Das House, but I've looked at the picture. It doesn't look like Das House to me, unless they've just completely remodeled it or something. I have no idea. The reason I say that is because Das House was actually leaked for Season 2, so I'm thinking maybe is Stash House supposed to be Das House, but they've obviously updated the look of it and renamed it. I have no idea. But the second one is called Vista. It looks really nice. It actually looks like a really good map. They show like a good overview of it. This looks like a really solid medium map. Like, obviously, like the design I can't really speak about like in depth, but just aesthetic wise and also like just look from what I can see, it looks like it'll be a pretty good map, to be fair. And the final one is what's it called? It's not loading. Oh yeah, the last one's called Departures. They don't really have a good overview of this one like they do Vista, so there's not really a lot I can talk about with this one, but I have to say they all look beautiful. All the maps look really good. They kind of remind me of Black Ops 2 actually. I don't know, I wouldn't say they look futuristic, but they look like clean, I would say. Like, they look like very clean, and I'd say like modern builds as well. Like, I wouldn't really say this is Modern Warfare. I'd say this is more like Black Ops 2-ish vibes. And there's some other stuff in the trailer as well. There was like a horde point thing, which I think is a zombies mode. I don't really care, to be honest. But the other thing as well is they showed off some like overgrown, like abandoned versions of maps, like a remodeling almost. I didn't really understand it. I mean, there was one where it's called Overgrown, which is, I'm pretty sure, a map from Modern Warfare, like the original Modern Warfare, but it's actually just a remake of something else that's in the game. But like I say, is this like an updated, like abandoned version of it? I don't know, man. It's kind of confusing. And the final thing they show off is another war map, which we definitely need. I've never even played war in this game, but I've heard it's supposed to be quite good. And I noticed as well in the trailer, there's an original, I think a DLC Modern Warfare 3 map in there actually. I can't remember what it's called. It's actually in Urzikstan though. It's the one where it's like on the top of a skyscraper, and it kind of like goes down into a lower level, and it's got like an open bit in the middle of the building, and there's like a bridge that goes across it, and you can use the bridge to get obviously either side of the building, but like there's windows on the top and everything, so you can just shoot down into it. I type in Modern Warfare 3 map list and it just comes up with the newest Modern Warfare. Go away. Yeah, it was a DLC map. I don't know if anybody else can remember it, but it was literally the skyscraper, like the bridge in the middle. I used to love that map so much, but I just can't find it. Overwatch. It was called Overwatch. It was the top of a skyscraper. It had a bridge across it, and it was a really good map. Like, I don't know if it really worked in the modern Call of Duty games because it was quite large. I remember mainly Modern Warfare 2019. Like, I remember like some original maps were coming back, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this map was sick. I used to love playing it. And then you'd get into the game, it would just be really bad. You'd be like, what the like, this is not the same map. So that made me think, is this new war map just gonna be the same as the first war map, where it's just like 6v6 maps stitched together? Because if it is, that is so fucking lazy. Like, I can't believe it. I mean, I thought the fact they did that for the original war map in this game was really lazy. Like, it's what, Candor Hideout, like Countdown and Strike or something. To be honest, I don't really understand why a lot of these like remade maps are remade for modes and things that people don't really play that much, and then they just leave them there. Like, it was in Modern Warfare 2 as well. I can't remember what maps it was, but it was like war maps, or ground war maps, sorry, that had like original Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare, even Modern Warfare 3 maps, and they could have just put them in the standard multiplayer, but they just didn't for whatever reason. Like, at the moment in the current war map, we've got Candor Hideout, which is actually a pretty good map, and then the 2 COD 4 maps as well. But I just know for a fact they're not going to put them in the standard multiplayer as 6v6 maps, and it just makes me wonder, why bother making it? Why bother doing that? I mean, you might as well just make an original war map, but if you're going to bring back remade maps for the war mode, at least put them in the standard multiplayer as well. No, the quad feed! No, come back! Where's he gone? For fuck's sake. Oh, fucking hell, what have I picked up? I've got my Warzone settings on, that's why I just picked that up. I mean, I actually don't understand why Warzone and standard multiplayer just don't have separate settings. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, everything would be the same apart from those 2 settings, but I just don't get why they're not separate. They are classed as separate games. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. Almost burped so hard I vomited. So I joined this game late and I ended up coming top. Not even with the most kills on my team. How am I above this guy? Oh, because he had the juggernaut, didn't he? I was going to say. 30-4. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm pretty sure for the most part of the game. That going 4-16. What? What? I would not stay in the game if I went that negative. Fucking hell. French. You know what? I still find it weird to this day that they released Modern Warfare 3, which is, a lot of people call it a DLC to Modern Warfare 2, and I would be inclined to agree, but they bring over all of the guns, all of the emblems, calling cards, blueprints, operators, all of that bullshit. But for some reason, they don't bring over the maps. Like, I know, yeah, we're playing the Modern Warfare 2 map, and they've got the mosh pit, but why not just throw them in the original rotation? At least, like, I probably wouldn't say every single one, but at least, like, the best ones. Sorry, mate. You're using a sniper. Yeah, that was rancid from me. I mean, the only reason I can think of why they didn't bring over the Modern Warfare 2 maps was because this thing was already being called a DLC. Like, obviously, they brought over the guns, everything else. If they brought over the maps as well, that would have just, you know, that would have just confirmed it. But then again, why didn't they just double down on it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's obvious that people would call this a DLC regardless, just because it looks and feels similar. Even if they didn't bring over everything, like, you know, guns and stuff-wise. Why didn't they just say, you know what? Yeah, it is a DLC. Let's bring over literally everything from Modern Warfare 2, update the slide cancelling stuff. Oh, I thought I had a Semtex. Fuck. Because I'm not being funny, right? A lot of people want to shit on Modern Warfare 2, and that's, you know, fair enough. But I think, genuinely, one of the best parts of Modern Warfare 2 is the maps and the map design. Like, it's actually surprisingly good, considering Modern Warfare 2019. No, I thought the maps in Modern Warfare 2, on the whole, were really, really good. I mean, you had some bangers, like, obviously, Farm 18, Mikado, the ones in this playlist. But even DLC-wise, you've got Vonda Waterfront was really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, you had some shitters, like, you know, Tarak and Border Crossing. Oh god, I fucking hate Tarak so much. Even more than Border, I can't even lie. See, my point for Border is that on Hardpoint, it's not that bad. Like, it's not the best map in the world. It's one of the worst, definitely. But Hardpoint, it's somewhat playable. It's the same as Piccadilly, actually. I genuinely remember Hardpoint not being too bad on Piccadilly, and that's only because Hardpoint is such a good game mode that it can actually just make maps like that playable. One of the only maps I think Hardpoint just does not help at all is Tarak. Like, Tarak is one of the worst maps in COD history, and I never, ever want to play anything like it again. I hate it. Not only is it just, you know, a completely open map with, like, you know, windowsills and head glitches that everyone can just camp in, but it's just a depressing map. Like, it's just destroyed buildings. It's cloudy and grey. Like, I don't know what it is about maps like Tarak where they, like, have a destroyed building aesthetic, but they're always just the worst in my mind. The one that pops to mind, actually, is Aftermath from Black Ops 2. A lot of people consider that the only bad map in Black Ops 2. Just peek, you fucking coward. It's not real life. Jesus Christ. Yeah, honestly, I really think they should just still bring over some of those Modern Warfare 2 maps. Like, the maps like Farm 18 and Mikado, they're goated maps. Like, I would genuinely hold Farm 18 up as one of the greatest maps in COD history. It's just perfectly designed. And the thing is, I'm playing it right now. It's in Modern Warfare 3. It's also possible, obviously, for these maps to be ported over. So why not just do it? I don't get it. At least in, like, a Season 6 update, when they stop supporting the game or whatever, just chuck them in, man. Honestly, what harm can it do at that stage? Like, out of the, how many maps are there in Modern Warfare 2? Like 20 maybe? I'd probably say port over like half of them, because maps like Himmelmat Expo and Border Crossing and Tarak never need to see the light of day again. Like, Himmelmat Expo, I also really don't like. I'd say my disgust for that map mainly came from ranked, like playing it a lot in ranked. Oh, Albagra Fortress. What a map. That is genuinely one of the best maps as well in Modern Warfare 2. That was such a... Oh, but I'm not gonna lie, it has the same problem that Mikado has, in my opinion, where the spawns are just really weird. Like, the way that they start the match on, let's say, Domination in Mikado, you're like opposite ends of the map. I talked about it in one of my previous videos. But it's the exact same on Albagra Fortress and S&D. For some reason, instead of spawning you at the top and the bottom of the map, they spawn you on the sides, and then you've got to run to, I think, either the right or the left to the points, like the bomb site. I don't know. I think the reason they did that is because one of the bomb sites was, like, in one of the spawns, or what would have been a spawn for the map. But even then, just move it somewhere. Like, they're not set in stone. I just... Infinity Ward. That's my answer.